But this coronavirus death toll around the world has passed 900. The global number of cases has passed 40,000, the vast majority of them in mainland China. That's if we're being told the truth. More than 130 of the cases, though, are on board the Diamond Princess cruise ship, which is off the coast of Japan. That represents about 1/3 of all the coronavirus cases outside China. Overnight, 66 new cases have been diagnosed on the ship, and there are 4 Australians amongst them. All up, there are 223 Australians on board the ship, which is carrying 3,700 passengers and crew, and they're going to be stuck there at least until the middle of next week. The Australian passengers include Vicki, Presland and Peck, and they both join us via Skype. They are... Good evening to you both. They've been engaged for about 11 years or something, haven't they? How are you holding up?
Yeah, we're doing quite well. So we've got a balcony, we get outside, so we're doing really well.
So you booked this, what, last November?
Yep, we did.
And then you get on board and suddenly find that you can't get off. So you're not allowed anything. You're just locked up in your room, you can't get out. Someone shoves some food through the door to you, do they?
A bit like that. It does feel a bit like a prison cell.
we did manage to get out yesterday for an hour onto deck. So
right.
Yeah. So we have finally got out.
And you have no contact though with anyone else?
Our friends Peter and Karen are next door in the next door room, so we can talk to them through the balcony.
Yeah.
And it's just the stewards. Other than that, so
yeah.
So you were supposed to get off, were you, last Tuesday? That's February 4. When were you told that you couldn't get off? And what do you know about when you might get off?
Might get off? I'll go that one first.
That's the one we're looking forward to.
That's the one that's the most prized one. We believe morning of the 19th. They've taken actually another 65 people off yesterday and today. One got reprieved, and they've also taken off a lot of the elderly today.
Right.
So
with
as a precaution.
Yes, with low immune system, people with low immune system are very vulnerable. Yeah. Tell me this: have you both been tested?
We've had our temperature taken, but we haven't been swabbed at all. So.
And do they
because we're not showing a temperature.
Right. Do they tell you anything about what is happening to everybody else? Are you aware of all the number of people on the boat that have got, on the ship that have got this virus?
Yeah, they give us reports when they've got it confirmed from the Japanese health authorities.
Yeah.
They tell us, the captain that announces it over the PA. Where he gets the information, unfortunately, before the media, after the media, which is a bit unfortunate, but that's what's happening.
Yeah.
I don't mean to be prying into your private life, of course, but what on earth do you do 24 hours a day to pass the time?
Stop it, Alan. No, but they said they're engaged. Don't ask too many questions.
No, but how on earth? I mean, do you read books or what do you do?
Well, today was a bit of a special day because we got detergent delivered yesterday. So we're able to use the bath to wash, and we were given clean sheets and towels for the first time. So we're able to do that.
I wanted to ask you all those questions because I've been on a couple of cruises, and you're in a confined space. What happens to dirty underwear? What happens to the sheets and the towels if you've been stuck in there for so long? I don't imagine they've been servicing your room, have they?
No, they haven't. They haven't. Since we went into supposed lockdown or quarantine, no one's been able to come through the front door.
But at least you're lucky, as I understand, you've got a balcony, haven't you?
Yes, we do. Yeah, that was my other part of my story. So after I finished my chores, I was allowed to go out and sunbake for 4 hours.
Hey, come on. Now, what chores does Vicki give you to do? What are these chores?
I had to make the bed and clean the bath.
Clean the toilet.
Yeah, that takes 20 minutes. What do you do for the other 23 hours and 40 minutes?
Alan, don't ask too many questions. I've got to ask.
Remember the other day we didn't go there either.
You've been together a long time. You've been, engaged for 9 years. This is going to make or break you. It doesn't look like it's broken you. So are you going to get married when you finally get out?
No. Don't rush into that.
Oh, don't rush into things. Tell me, have you seen any... It's wonderful. I tell you what's keeping you going. I'm making a serious comment here. You've got a wonderful sense of humour. That's keeping that's keeping you alive. Do you see any of the medical staff? Does anyone with a medical qualification come anywhere near you?
No.
So we did get an announcement. We did get an announcement today. I just wrote it down so I could remember. So as of 5:30 this afternoon, our time, we've got 45 doctors on board, 55 nurses, and 45 pharmacists.
But we haven't seen them.
Yeah.
No.
So they've really ramped it up.
Do you get your temperature taken 3 times a day?
We do ourselves, yes.
You do it yourself?
Everyone was given a thermometer a few days ago, so everyone's self-testing.
So have you seen any sick passengers? I presume you've seen nobody apart from you go onto the balcony and talk to the people next door. What?
We haven't seen any sick ones, no.
No.
So you got out of your cabin. How long have you been on the boat all up?
Since the 20th of January, so probably going for
3 weeks. 3 weeks.
Yeah, 3 weeks.
Yeah, I don't know. We don't know what day it is. Luckily the iPhone tells us.
Wonderful. I don't know what day it is.
You get up in the morning and you go, it's only one day.
Now, well, they all know you're across Australia now. You're from Wauchope, are you? You've got a spot up at Wauchope, have you?
Just out of Wauchope, yes.
A place called Pipe Clay.
Yeah.
I bet you're looking forward to getting back.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Eh?
It's looking very green now. It was so dry when we left. Our river, the Hastings River, had dried up, and now it's flowing so much. So it's really, really good.
Have some passengers, to your knowledge, been taken off the cruise ship?
Yes. Yeah, we're in some messenger groups with people on the ship, and we know a couple in our group have been taken off. Yeah.
And how would people... and they're sick people, are they?
Sorry. One, I think, is just a bit sick. They've got a temperature but not coronavirus, and the other one had coronavirus.
And how do you... Sorry, Peter,
Sorry.
go on.
Just on a serious note, the coronavirus has escalated very quickly. It would look like most of the deaths obviously have occurred inside China. You're only getting information via the media predominantly. Have you been scared at any stage?
I haven't personally. Chris might be a bit more. I feel if you're really healthy, you just got to try and keep optimistic and know that if you've done the right things, that you can hopefully, fight it off. They're getting everyone early. If they're picking it up so early, everyone's got a really good chance, and they're in the best care. So,
I tell you what, you're ready to throw a party when you get back to Wauchope, I bet.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, you can write a book.
Yeah. Well, funny enough, Peter next door, our friend, was at the balcony this afternoon. He goes, you know what? He goes, Tokyo 2020, we've got the best view for the rowing and the
the
boat races.
Yeah.
You only need to hang out for another 4 or 5 months.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Well, now listen, you keep well. You keep well. It's lovely of you to share your experiences with us with this modern technology. I hope eventually you get off there and that you're in good health when you do. So thank you, Vicki, and thank you, Chris. And look, you know where we are. Peter and I'd like an invite to the wedding. I think being engaged for 7 years is enough, quite frankly. OK, all the best, all the best. OK, catch up on return. There they are. They are parked off Yokohama, and they're going to be stuck in that room for another, at least until next Wednesday.